Right, another bag of mulch. This is heavy as anything. No, it's not. This is Strulch, and everybody seems to be buying it. So I bought myself 2 bags of this, and I thought it was actually dear, but when you go, I got this from Amazon, you can go on the website, I'll put a link to both, to what I bought and the website of Strulch as well, because you can buy it in bulk. Now I thought it was expensive, but 700 folks from Amazon on the Amazon sales in the past month have bought this, and value for money. It's getting, I think it's about 4.7 out of 5 in reviews out of like, I think 1,500. So people like this stuff. And like I say, for one benefit, it is light as a feather. But I want to take it up the allotment, and I want to kind of try it on 2 beds if I can, just to see, because as you know, I've been doing, not testing, but it just so happens it worked out. I've used cardboard, I've used leaves, and I've used Keith Singleton's soil improver. This is probably the next level, so folks say. I wouldn't say it's as light as a feather, but it's certainly, compared to the product I was using, the Keith Singleton's, which I was using the other day, it's certainly a lot lighter. So just to give you a little heads up what's happening this winter, there's been a few little mulching projects going on. So basically we've got cardboard here. These are off actually e-bikes, and it's probably a 1/4 of an inch good thick cardboard. Now I've got that on a number of beds, but we also put on, see there's a bed over there which is leaves, which to be honest, a lot of folks use this leave method. You know, I've kind of noticed in comments, I've had lots of emails. Yeah, fine. Now, my concern is it might blow away, but I've had some good feedback on it, and I also did this the other day as well. Just net it over, and that just kind of stops everything flying away, because once those leaves dry out, it actually might, you might just lose all your mulching bed. Then we did, which was on this bed and a bed over in that corner over there, we did the Keith Singleton's soil improver. So there's a difference. This is purely, the Strulch is purely like a mulch. It'll break down, it'll go into the soil, but this is actually a soil improver that I've been putting on. This is a little bit cheaper than that. For some reason, the Strulch is an expensive product, but you can't get away from, yes, I suppose you can take the Amazon reviews with a pinch of salt, but the amount of people that's buying it and still buying it, it speaks for itself. So we have a few pointers that's proven why this is good there. Reduces weed growth, which is the main, my main one, 95%. Retains moisture around plants, enriches the soil, so it improves the soil structure. So there we go. For flowers, shrubs, fruit and veg, lasts up to 2 years. Now I didn't know that, to be honest, but lots of people have mentioned deters slugs and snails. Now I can only guess, because it's like a straw, it's uncomfortable, it's like I say, it deters them from slithering across. As you can see there, this is a 9 kilogram bag, and it's supposed to cover 3 square meters. Now that's quite a big area, it's probably the size of that bed, which is, it's more than what I want to risk, to be honest, and I'll show you where I'm going to use it. So these 2 beds here, I'm hoping that one bag will cover one of those beds, and you're roughly talking probably about 2 square meters, just under, for each bed. So that would be ideal if these 2 beds can kind of take care and not have to worry of all the weeds coming up, all the slugs and snails. That would be a fantastic little achievement. And like you say, yes, there's a cost, but that cost just doesn't come into it if it stops the slugs and snails as well. So this is the Keith Signal soil conditioner that I used on a couple of the beds. And like I say, we've used this for umpteen years. The last time I probably used it was about 2 or 3 years ago. I mentioned in the last video. My mum, who fantastic plants woman in her day there, retired there now from the gardening, couldn't recommend this, you know, better. No better like product to give that garden, you know, the kind of the kickstart it needed at the beginning of the year. So it's a different product, but you know, I had to travel probably 25 miles, you know, to get this product, and then, you know, 25 miles to come, you know, on the return journey. So there was quite a, and you can buy, I mean, you can buy all these in bulk, you know, but I just wanted like a couple of bags of this to kind of try out. Well, actually I got 4 bags. So ordering this off Amazon and seeing, you know, up to kind of 3 square meters, it's not a bad idea. And 700 folks, you know, you can't go wrong. So what it tells you to do is to water the beds. Well, we've had it's England, it's the northeast of England. We've had enough rain here, you know what I mean? They don't need watering, but it is good to water it down, to nip it down and knot it into each other after you've put it on. It tells you to wear some gloves as well, which I'm going to do. And if anybody can remember, we had, or I did, some potatoes in pots in this bed, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And it was Tony O'Neill from Simplifying Garden who recommended rapeseed straw, which they use actually for horse bedding. Now, I guess it's the same kind of thing, you know what I mean? It might not be the same actual product, but the same smashed up straw, and that knitted together as well and formed a barrier, and it stopped the weeds, it kept the moisture in on the potatoes. So, you know, it's the same kind of thing, but, and actually, that was a lot more expensive than this. First off, I'm just going to give it, this bed, these 2 beds, just a little bit of a feed. Now, this is alfalfa pellets, and actually it's used in horse feed as well. So just to help it along for the next year. So again, they say 3 square meters. This is roughly 2, but I'm happy with that. They say if you can, probably 3 to 4 centimeters coverage. It's a lovely colour, mind you. I mean, it's clumped up, but it certainly breaks up, you know, and you can tell straight away the slugs aren't gonna like this. Give it a nice soak in there, let it all knit together and hopefully become this impregnable barrier. From an aesthetic point of view, you know what I mean, it is a nice looking product, and I know, you know, it's like I say, I'm 100% vegetables in this garden. It is kind of used as well for ornamental gardens, you know, like around your roses and all your, you know, your border plants in your normal garden, should I say, or your decorative garden. So we'll just have to wait and see. What I like, mind you, you know, which is the strange one, is the weight. It's so light, it's silly. Whether that would do 3 square meters, you know what I mean, you'd have to eke it out very, very carefully. 2 got it, you know, I went above board with 2, but hopefully that'll do me. I might get some more, we'll all see. I've still got a few more beds in the garden to mulch up and get ready. So yeah, look after yourselves, take good care.